Hey guys, ElleAye Curlz and welcome to my channel. And I just wanted to come on here very quickly to share some tips for those who may have just started their hair journey and they don't know where to start, they don't know what to do, they don't even know how to create a, a regimen or some form of schedule or something to keep them going and to get them started on their journey. So if you're one of those persons who is transitioning, you just did the bake shop, you're thinking of doing the bake shop, you don't know what to do, just stay tuned and I'm going to give you some tips that you can incorporate into your regimen. So one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this video in the first place is because today, when it comes to natural hair, the internet is so saturated with blog posts and YouTube channels like mine, telling you what to do this, do that, use this product, don't do that, don't do this. And it can get very overwhelming because even myself, I find myself trying to keep up with this and trying to keep up with that. And I have to remind myself of how I started. I started with the basics and it worked for me. So why complicate things? It doesn't have to be super complicated. You don't have to go ahead and spend your whole bank account on products just to keep up with your natural hair and to have it looking nice and healthy or have it being healthy. You don't have to go through all of that. So I'm just gonna share with you a very simple regimen, and you can tweak it a bit. You can add to it. You can take away from it. Do what you need to do for your natural hair. That's the first thing I want to say. Keep it very simple and do what's best for your natural hair. Because you have some persons that follow the curly girl method. I've personally never really done it. It seemed like too much work. You have to stay away from this. You have to stay away from that. You can't do this. And it just felt so... It felt harder to me, honestly, when I started to look into it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing. And that's keeping it very simple. I wash my hair with shampoo. Some persons don't do that. Some persons feel as though using shampoo is damaging to the hair. I mean, it can be damaging depending on how much you shampoo your hair and what you use to shampoo your hair. Now, you probably hear a lot of persons say, stay away from shampoos with sulfate in it. And that's because sulfate strips your hair and it tends to make your hair pretty dry. And our hair is already dry anyway. So if you want to put something in your hair that's going to make your hair extra dry and it's going to break off. But if you have a lot of buildup, you have a lot of products in your hair, you're going to need to use a shampoo with sulfate in it, maybe like once every couple of months, maybe, or once a month, depending on how much products you put in your hair. And then you have clays. Some people use clays to take all of that buildup out of their hair. But to keep it simple, you can just use a sulfate-free shampoo. And here's a sulfate-free shampoo. Now, there are so many. I didn't really want to bring any products into the video because I didn't want persons to get caught up in products. But just in case, you have hair similar to mine and you just want to get started, this is the sulfate-free shampoo that I use. It's Cream of Nature with argan oil from Morocco, sulfate-free, moisture and shine shampoo. It says that it hydrates and detangles, and that's exactly what it does for my hair. I've been using this. This one is basically empty, but I've been using this for a very long time and it has not failed me yet. So just to start off, find a shampoo that helps you to obviously clean your hair. It doesn't feel super stripped and dry when you're done using it. And if you can find something that helps you to detangle during the process of shampooing, that would be great. The next thing I wanted to get into was conditioners. Now, there are so many brands out there, but to be honest with you, when I first bake shopped, I didn't have the money to be buying a bunch of these brands and trying them out and being a product junkie. And I tried to look for the most affordable thing. So what I used was the VO5. They have a lot of different scents. This one is which one is this? Moisture Milk? Oh, sorry. It's the passion fruit smoothie. But yeah, I started with these. These were only like, this one is $2.78 where I'm from. But if you go on Walmart, you probably get them for like $1 or less than $1. Who knows? But I started off with VO5, guys, and this did it all for me. I co-washed with this, I deep conditioned with this, and all I did was either add to it to give it a little bit more strength, So when I co-wash, I just use this. And co-wash is actually just washing your hair with conditioner. When you hear that term co-washing, it's just washing your hair with conditioner. So I would co-wash with it, and whenever I wanted to deep condition my hair, give my hair a little bit of more of a pamper it a bit more, give it some better treatment, I would use an affordable conditioner and just add some raw honey and olive oil into it, and that right there within itself is a great mixture. And just with those three ingredients, that can help you to put some moisture back into your hair and get your hair really manageable and soft. Okay, so far you have something to cleanse your hair. You have conditioner to bring moisture back into your hair, especially when you strip it with the shampoo. The next thing you want to focus on is moisturizing your hair daily, and the method that I always and try to continue to use even though I have a busy schedule is the LOC method, and that's just when you put liquid, oil, and cream in your hair in that order. And then there's the LCO, liquid, cream, and oil, but I prefer LOC. So what I would do is literally take a spray bottle. I don't have one right here, but I would just take a spray bottle, put some water in it. Water is your best friend. And I would spray my hair with the water. Or sometimes, if I want to be a little extra, I would put some water in the spray bottle and squirt a little bit of the washout conditioner in it. Yes, I cheated. It didn't do anything to my hair. You can test out the waters, guys. Like, you can literally do a bunch of different stuff with your hair that persons will look at you and be like, oh my gosh, you do that? But if it works, it works. So I would just use water and put a little bit of conditioner in it, and that would be my liquid. I would spray my hair, and for the oil, I would just use olive oil, coconut oil. You can use whatever oil you want. I also started using mint almond oil. This one is from Simply Natural, but I started using that as well, and I love it. So you can oil the scalp, but I would just spritz my hair and then take a little bit of oil and rub it through my hair to seal in that moisture. And then to seal everything in, you would use something that's creamy, a little thicker. And what I like to use is stuff like this. This one is Cream of Nature's Argan Buttermilk Leave-In Hair Milk. I'd use something like this, like creamy stuff, or I'd use shea butter. Shea butter is awesome, guys. And the one that I use, this one is whipped. The oil is at the bottom, so it kind of detached itself from each other. But yeah, I like to use whipped shea butter, and it kind of just seals everything in. You can do it daily. You can do it every 2 days. It depends on your schedule. You just want to keep your hair nice and moist. So keep your hair clean. Condition your hair to put moisture back into your hair, and then between your wash days or your co-wash days, you just moisturize your hair. You can use the LOC method, liquid, oil, and cream, and you would be like, that's literally it, guys. And that's literally it. You just need to keep your hair clean, keep it moisturized, and that's it. Now, when it comes to styling your hair, you may not have the time, and that's perfectly fine, because to be honest with you, keeping your hand out of your hair is the best thing that you can do for it. So even if you style your hair once a week, like you wash your hair, condition it, deep condition, do all that in one day, and then you style your hair for the whole week, that right there is going to help you to retain length. And I know some of you may be like, okay, you're telling me what to do, but you're not saying how often to do it. The reason why I didn't really go into that is because, like I said in the beginning, do what works for your hair. Some persons like to wash their hair every 3 days. Some persons only do it once a week. Some persons do it every 2 weeks. Go with how your hair feels. If your hair feels really dirty and it has a lot of products in it, then you need to wash your hair with some shampoo or thoroughly wash it. And if your hair isn't really dirty this week, but it needs a little bit of a pick-me-up, you may just want to co-wash it or deep condition it. Maybe your hair doesn't even need to be moisturized on a daily basis because you have such great products like the shea butter. Maybe that helps to lock in the moisture a little bit longer, so you don't need to moisturize every day. So you may do it every other day, every 3 days. Just work with your hair and go by how it feels, and you should be totally fine. This video is already getting kind of long, and I don't want it to be super long. So if you want me to do another video a little more in depth when it comes to products I use for what, like styling, washing, co-washing, all that stuff, I can do that. But basically all I wanted to say was you just want to keep your hair clean, keep your hair moisturized, and don't put tension on your hair. That's basically it. So if you have any questions, you can leave them down below. If you want me to do the other video, I would do that for you. But I just hope this video was somewhat helpful for you. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!